You have nominated Youth Work Alliance as your regional body with EA. This ensures that your organisation has full access to all of our dedicated services for trustees and management committee members. Examples of these are outlined on the screen. Further details on these and all of our services can be found by accessing our website www.youthworkalliance.com.
Welcome to an introduction to safeguarding and protection for trustees of local youth centres and projects. This video has been created by Youth Work Alliance. It provides an overview of the roles and responsibilities of boards of trustees and management committees in relation to the safeguarding and protection of those who use the services of your organisation. This short training video will present the information that you as a trustee need to be aware of in order to provide effective governance of the safeguarding and protection arrangements in your organisation.
Youth Work Alliance has created a comprehensive training suite to enable local organisations to meet their requirements. We can provide whole staff training on keeping children, young people and adults at risk safe. We provide refresher training on keeping children, young people and adults at risk safe. Designated and deputy designated youth worker training, designated trustee training, training for trustee boards on their safeguarding responsibilities and procedures, training for trustee boards on effective recruitment and selection processes and procedures, and training for trustee boards on good governance. We also provide access to tailored training on themes such as CSE, CCE and human trafficking. Within your organisation, effective safeguarding activity will promote the welfare of the child and young person, will prevent harm from occurring through the early identification of risk and appropriate timely intervention, and will protect children and young people from harm when this is required. The legislation directs government departments and the guidance that they provide. It also impacts upon the Safeguarding Board structures, functions and procedures. Your safeguarding policy should complement and sit alongside other relevant policies such as pastoral care and anti-bullying, and also your recruitment and selection protocols. Your organisation should have an established code of behaviour and conduct for all paid staff and volunteers that promotes the safety of all connected to your provision. You must ensure that your organisation has a written safeguarding policy and accompanying procedures which have been ratified by your trustee board. This policy should be reviewed annually. You also need to have safeguarding activity as a standing agenda item at every trustee board meeting. Your organisation should have a designated youth worker and at least one deputy designated youth worker for safeguarding in your organisation. They will form part of your organisation's safeguarding team. Your designated youth worker will also lead safeguarding and child protection within your organisation and report to the trustees. Your organisation needs to have a written code of behaviour and conduct for all adults working, whether they are paid or unpaid. All staff on the payroll of your organisation and unsupervised volunteers need to be appropriately and suitably vetted in compliance with the relevant legislation. And all procedures should be in place to manage the recruitment and supervision of all paid staff and volunteers. The trustees must ensure that all appropriate risk assessments have been completed and that the relevant procedures are in place. The names of the designated youth worker, deputy designated youth worker and the designated trustee must be known by all staff, young people and their parents and carers. Your organisation should have a record of abuse complaints and allegations against staff. This should be a hardback book used solely for the purposes of maintaining those records, and it must be securely stored and the access to such must be restricted. This should be signed off at least annually by the chairperson, even where no allegations have been made. This should also be noted and signed off. The organisation also needs to maintain secure records of child protection concerns, disclosures of abuse, and the staff induction and training. Your organisation must also appoint a designated trustee from within your board or committee. There is a specialised training course for the designated trustee which is available to all organisations who have nominated Youth Work Alliance as their headquarter body. In the best interests of your service users and as a support to the designated youth worker, your organisation should establish a safeguarding team. This team should include the chair of the trustee board, the designated trustee for safeguarding, and the designated worker and deputy designated worker. This team may co-opt other members as required to help address any issues. The safeguarding team is a vehicle for ensuring effective coordination and cooperation between the key people responsible for safeguarding. This team should monitor and carry out a periodic review of all safeguarding and child protection arrangements and systems within your youth organisation. This team should be a support for the designated youth worker in the exercise of their child protection responsibilities, including recognition of the administrative and emotional demands of that post. This team is also responsible for ensuring the attendance of trustees and staff at relevant training, including refresher training in keeping with best practice requirements. The safeguarding team should review their child protection and safeguarding practices annually using the Education and Training Inspectorate's pro forma. Details of how to access this is available in the Trustees Handbook. For organisations in receipt of EA Youth Service funding, as part of the moderation framework, each relevant visit conducted by an EA Youth Service officer will include an aspect of safeguarding and child protection. The purpose of this is to ensure that as a locally funded group in receipt of public funds, that your organisation is fully compliant with the requirements and responsibilities of safeguarding. The themes contained in this section of the moderation process are your policies and procedures, your organisational structures, and the awareness of legislation, policies and systems, and the training that your staff and volunteers have undertaken. Each moderation visit will include a review of your organisation's safeguarding practices and processes, and written feedback on these will be included in the moderation report. Actions arising from moderation findings on safeguarding need to be addressed with urgency. The Education and Training Inspectorate provides independent inspection services and policy advice for the Department of Education and other government departments. As part of any inspection of your organisation, a detailed review of welfare and safeguarding arrangements will take place. The inspectors will meet separately with the trustees during the course of the inspection. Part of this meeting will focus on safeguarding and child protection systems and processes. An in-depth report will be produced outlining the ETI findings, conclusions and recommendations, including those on pastoral care and safeguarding. If required, a follow-up inspection will take place within 18 to 24 months. If, however, issues with safeguarding are identified, a follow-up will take place within 8 weeks, and EA Youth Service officials will be informed of such. If your organisation is a registered charity, you are required to report a serious incident to the Commission and explain how it is being managed. The Charity Commission expects these types of incidents to be reported to it, even if the trustees have already reported them to the PSNI, donors or another body. Incidents and allegations of a safeguarding nature are included in this requirement. Your report should set out what happened and explain how your trustee board is dealing with it. The Charity Commission does not directly investigate criminal offences such as safeguarding matters. Support in reporting to the Charity Commission can be accessed from Youth Work Alliance. A wide range of tailored safeguarding support is available from Youth Work Alliance to all organisations who have nominated us as their regional headquarter body with EA. This includes policy and procedure advice and guidance, support with devising codes of behaviour and conduct, protocols around record keeping, human resources advice and guidance, dissemination of new guidance and policy updates, bespoke support with recruitment and selection processes, carrying out of access NI checks on behalf of your organisation, and assisting your trustee board in managing any allegation made within your organisation.